Thanks for joining. So this is my third flow, and I thought, I was thinking about how there are parts of everything that we do which we're most pleased with, and parts which we're not quite so pleased with. Things we're improving on, and sometimes things that we don't really want other people to see, particularly when we have something we're proud of. We try to focus on the aspects that bring us out the best, and maybe just try and cover up the other aspects. But the whole is what we are. And I think it's important to sometimes give extra focus to the things that we're not best at. And we'll all have it. I think it can be said that balance is where everything meets. So when there are things that you're really good at, there's always going to be an imbalance because they'll outshine the other things. And it's true with muscles too. If certain muscle groups are stronger, then other muscle groups are going to be weaker. For me, it's my hamstrings. So I think I'll do some videos here and there. I'm still not sure. But I'm working on my hamstrings, and they're, for me, the aspects of my practice that I'm perhaps not most delighted with. But it is my intent to be delighted with the work I'm doing on them, and then to be delighted with them for the progress that I hopefully make. So hopefully over time I will put together some flows for hamstrings, perhaps some flows where it's just a slight focus on hamstrings, perhaps where it's really just all about hamstrings. This is less of a flow and more of just a hamstring set, but it will work up and work back down. So yeah, let's get to it. I'm not sure how much battery life I have, so I will upload this, even if it cuts right in the middle. I will. Because I think that's part of what yoga is. It's embracing imperfection. It's about self-acceptance. And we push the self forward and work on the self in all the ways that we can. And then we accept the self and love the self from there. So let's begin in the seated position. Bring ourselves into the session. And just from here, you'll find I'm sitting on a block. This allows me some extra room, movement for maneuver. And from here, let's just take a lean stretch forward. When we're starting our flows, we don't want to go too fast too soon. So some of the stretches in the beginning that we'll do, we will do them in a light form. And then we'll come back to them perhaps, if we do, in a stronger form at the end. Let's lean forward once more. This is just stretching the lower back, which is going to help prepare our hamstring stretches. Let's take it to the right side, in the stretch along the left side of the back. Inhale to the center and move to the right. And to the center again. Let's come into a butterfly. And again, just a very light straightening of the back. Just feeling the knees go out to the sides. This is going to help the adductors. which are also a part of the hamstring stretches. Just move ourselves forward slowly. Coming up. We're not pushing anything yet. Feet forward now. And from here we'll just dorsiflex and plantar flex our feet. See if we can sit up straight as we do this. Just light breaths. And relax. Here, if you can straighten the legs all the way, do that. If you want to slight micro bend, that's fine too, because we're not pushing it at this stage. But this is a dandasana, just normal. But if we move forward, we'll be moving into a pachimottanasanas. And let's just move forward. This is just a light pachimottanasanas. We're not trying to push anything too far, but we can feel the stretch all the way up the back of the legs here. As always, straighten the back with the inhale and exhale a little further forwards. A little later on, we might try and grab the toes here or the feet. It's not necessary right now, we're just taking it as it comes. And back up. Now feet to the sides. And from here, we'll just lean to the right leg, left arm high, and gaze to the left palm. Try and dorsiflex those feet, toes towards us. Again, you might be able to go further, you might be able to go not quite so far, whatever your body can do. Just leaning into it. Inhale and exhale, release. Let's see if you can go forwards from here. If you can go all the way, do. Great work. If you can only go a little bit of the way, that's fine too. And up. Left arm, left leg. And gaze to the right palm. You'll feel a twist on the core here, as well as down those hamstrings. Inhale and exhale to the center. Let's go forward one more time. And up. Bring our legs in. And from here, we'll roll over into a tabletop. Let's do a few cat-cows. Let's actually stay here in cat for a moment. Feel that stretch along the back, taking it forwards and backwards. And into cow. Let's thread the needle. So is going to give us an opportunity for a mild stretch on the hamstrings. Feel that twist here. Hold. Exhale through. And then left palm forward, left leg back. Can you feel that stretch down from your left foot, rising up the calf? Maybe push the feet forwards and back. Just rock back and forwards on those toes. Feel that stretch. Nice and gentle. Palms of the mat, knee to the mat, and up. Left arm high, gaze, hold. Exhale through. Right palm forwards, right leg back. Just feel that gentle bounce on the toes, forward and back, forward and back. Up the sides of the leg there. Inhale and exhale. From here, let's come up to plank. And again, just push yourself back. Not quite into down dog yet. Just push down on those feet and release forwards onto the wrists. Push back and release. One final time. And release. Let's come into a down dog. And again, this is one of my positions that I'm working on. You see, many people want to straighten their legs in down dog, so they'll do something like this. And sure, you've got straight legs here. You can even get them close to the mat. Look at that. But then look at the back here. You want this back as straight as possible like that, and that's the key. So it doesn't matter if the knees are bent there, you can work on that. Just straighten that back. From here, let's bring the right leg up and let's come into a lunge. Let's bring this all the way back. Another position that is definitely something to work on for me. Straighten that right leg. And this is the hanumanasana. Bracing myself. Sorry, inhaling first. And exhaling forwards. Keeping that back straight. Not coming over or hunching the back here. Because we want to feel now that stretch along those hamstrings on the right leg. In doing so, look at that right leg there. We're pushing it towards us, dorsiflexion. If we let go of that, can you feel it? Yeah, you don't feel the stretch as much. Dorsiflex there. Just keeping it nice and straight. Gentle breaths. Let's exercise that out just into a nice lizard for a moment. So we come forwards and we get down if we can. That's a nice stretch there on the right hand side. and coming up. From here, let's come up on that left foot, up on the right. Straighten ourselves. We're moving forward into pyramid here. Should we lock our hands behind our back? Let's do it. Just lean over that right leg as far as you can go. You know, some people will be able to go further. Don't push it. It's really about stretching just over a long period of time here. Coming up, while we're here, let's do a trikonasana. Uttita trikonasana. Inhale, straight legs on both sides here. That's very important. And just palm to the inside, the hands to the inside of that right ankle there. Gaze to the left thumb. See if you can drop any deeper. And back up. Let's come over here. And back. Hold it in plank now. Let's do one vinyasa. We'll come down, over on the toes and up. Over on the toes into down dog. Pedal those feet out. You might be able to feel difference on the right side now. And let's work that left side. So left foot up, forwards into the lunge, dropping down, feeling the stretch on the inside of the right leg there. And then coming back, straightening the left leg, dropping into Hanuman here, hanumanasana. Inhale, dorsiflex that foot, and exhale towards that leg. Come up, back into a lunge, down into, what is it here? And come up into pyramid on the left side. Straighten both legs. Inhale. And move ourselves forward. If we want, lock those palms and move forwards. Keeping that back as straight as possible, feeling the stretch on that left leg. Inhale and exhale, back up. While we're here, right foot out, left as it was, can move a little forward if we wish. Palms out, gaze forwards, and trikonasana. Left hand to left ankle, straighten that leg, gaze to the right thumb. Inhale back to center. back into lunge, back into plank. Let's do one more vinyasa, coming down, over on our toes, gazing up, exhaling to down dog, pedal those legs out one final time, and let's walk, step or jump to the top of the mat, into a half fold. Now let's come all the way down into a hanumanasanas, holding those right toes if we can. Slight bend in the knee is fine. This is what we're working on after all. Just see if we can stretch those legs out and maybe pull in with those elbows. And up to half forward fold. Let's try a pachimottanasanas here, with the palms of the feet underneath, the palms of the hands underneath the soles of the feet. And again, do the same, see if we can straighten those legs. Just feel that stretch. Ever so slowly coming up into mountain pose. Really well done, guys. Feet mat distance apart. Let's drop down into a malasana. Pushing those knees apart with the elbows, gazing up on the inhale, or rather straightening the back on the inhale, which should help move our gaze forward. Inhale and exhale down to the mat. And it's here that we can finish off with some of the stretches we began with. We can just try and take them a little bit further as we've now warmed up all of these areas. So let's start with the pachimottanasanas. We're using a belt. I should have said that. This is a belt. You can use whatever you have. There are yoga belts of all different kinds. I like this one because it doesn't have any metal bits on the end, and they can be good for joining them together. But when you just like this and you just want to, just use it in this way, you don't need to join them together, and there's no kind of jingle jangle of things, metal coming together. So yeah, what you do is just put it nice and loose on the end of the feet here, and it allows you to straighten your legs completely. So then you can focus on straightening the back, and you can focus on just pulling those feet in towards you, and you can feel a real deep stretch. If you were touching your toes here, you might be able to do it with straight legs. Feel free if that's your mode. But if you were even bringing a slight bend into the knee, this is really going to help you, because you can just bring yourself forward, and it helps stretch all the areas you wouldn't be able to if you had that bend in the knee. Just feel yourself coming back and forwards ever so gently, stretching that out. Inhale, straighten back. Exhale forwards. Bring those elbows out. And release. Another one we can do here is janu sirsasanas. Bring the left leg in, bend the knee, right leg straighten. This is similar, but just focusing on one leg at a time. Inhale and exhale, release. Let's just do a nice stretch. Let's release both those legs. And then the same on the opposite side. Inhale, straighten back. Exhale, elbows out, moving forwards. And release. Just thinking about how we should finish off here. Let's sit back down. Let's do a few just lying down. So let's do the Supta version. We just come up here. Just take it however we can. Perhaps trying to bring our legs closer. Perhaps just leaving it in a gentle form after all we've taken on. Inhale and exhale, release. Let's hug those knees in. Let's come into a happy baby for the final pose. Hold on to those big toes and just move from side to side. Straighten legs. Let's finish with some supine twists. Right arm out, the right leg to the left side. Exhale in. Left leg in. Left arm out. Left leg to the right side. Gaze to the left. Gentle breaths. And in. Couple of moments of Shavasana. And gently awaking, moving fingers, toes, and coming up in whatever way feels right. into seated position. Keeping the eyes closed. Inhale. Palms to Namaste. Bow the head. Thank yourself and smile to yourself. Open the eyes. And Namaste.